Hi, this is Harmony with Harmony Stitches and welcome to my channel. Here we talk about my crafting journey, which usually revolves around cross stitch with some knitting and crochet thrown in. And I have a treat for you today. There's actually some crochet. So I just want to, like I do every video, I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their day to hang out with me, listen to what I have to say and share about. It really does mean a lot to me to know that you spend some time with me every time that I post a video. If you don't want to miss anything, go ahead and click that subscribe button and then all notifications, and you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. So thank you so much for spending time here. Last week I was unable to film a video, and I know some of you reached out, and thank you so much. I had a really horrible headache all weekend long and I couldn't get it to go away. And by the time that it did go away, it was too late in the day on Sunday to film. So I figured that I would just show you everything that I had this week, from last weekend this week. And hopefully I don't miss anything. And I can show you everything that I've worked on because I have been working on some things. So, so the first thing, I have a big pile here, so let me move some things. After my last video and March Madness got done, I did decide to finish the last new start that I had during March Madness, and that was the little Halloween freebie from the Italian designer, and it's all finished. This took a lot longer to finish than I thought it was going to. It took me all day Monday. It was the Monday after my last video. I can't remember what day it was. But yeah, it's all done. All done and ready for Halloween. This was stitched with 18 count Aida that I coffee teed out myself. I pulled colors from my stash. It's I believe it's Orange Marmalade. Orange Marmalade, I believe, is the orange from Classic Colorworks. 554 is the purple. I know last time I said it was 209 or 210. I was wrong. It's 554. And then the black is coal. And those are the only three colors that I used in this. The purple was supposed to be white according to the pattern design, but the white wouldn't show up. So I decided to just grab a light purple. And I think that the colors go really well together. So I'm excited to have that one done. So for the month of March, if you were following along, I finished, and that was actually finished in March. So I finished all 4 new starts from my March Madness bracket, and then I finished 2 of my WIPs. So that was 6 finishes just in March. It's so exciting. I think that doubled my finishes for the year. So after I finished that one on Tuesday, I started Gathering Honey by Luminous Fiber Arts. And this is the one where I got the silk. I didn't get the silk that she called for because my local needle workshop didn't have that color in stock. And I said, don't place an order for that silk just for me. I'll pick something else. So I picked Toasted Marshmallow by Silken Colors by the Thread Gatherer. I actually started it on this off-white or antique white Monaco. That was my start. And my husband and I both did not like it. I was kind of questioning it. And then I asked my husband and he said, no, your light color is not going to show up well enough. You should switch to white. So I did. I switched to white and it's much brighter. And you can see all of the colors. So let me grab this. This is my progress. I worked on this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I believe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think so, just through the end of March. So the colors are not exactly what I expected them to be when it was in the hank. But I do really like the way that it's turning out. It is, I can't say that the silk is soft, but you can tell the difference when you're stitching with it versus DMC. And I don't mind DMC, nothing wrong with DMC. I use it so much. But you can just tell it's a little bit smoother going through the holes. So I would say that I'm about 45% done with this one. There's 2 birds and 2 big flowers, and then the rest of the border. So this is on 28 count white Monaco. And like I said, I'm using the Thread Gather Silken Colors Toasted Marshmallow. I hope that wasn't too close. I'm still trying to get used to using my phone camera instead of the iPad. So hopefully I can do a good job for you all. So let me get this back in the bag. I really do like it much more on the white fabric than on the antique white fabric. Okay, so let me set this aside. Then what did I do? Okay, then on April 1st, Friday, April 1st, all the way through until Friday, April 8th, I worked on, I'll put a, if I can find a picture, I'll put it here because it's an electronic, it's a PDF, an electronic pattern. It's Super Mario Brothers 3 Level 1 map. And, oh, hold on. I'm just going to get my thread out of the way because I finished I quit mid-stitch because I was at lunch at work. Okay, I'm just going to stick my needle back in here so I don't lose it. Okay. And this is a full coverage piece. The fabric will be completely covered in color when I get done, except for, I think I left a 3-inch border all the way around because I didn't know how I was going to frame it. I think I'm actually going to lace it and put it in a frame. So here we are. Last time there was barely any color in this, and I have so much done. All of this background, this tan background, all of that is new. The center cactus is all filled in except for the eyes. I did not do any black this time. So if you see any black, that is from the previous time. In the castle, I put in the red stitches, and then all of the blue is new, and then half of the green. So, wow, I'm really excited about this. All of the blue is new. I wanted to try to finish this Friday night, get the blue all the way up to the corner, but I just couldn't make it. I was too tired. That's so much. And I tried to estimate how many stitches I have done. There's just over 34,000 stitches in this, and I have probably about 3,000 done. So I have a long way to go, but now I know that because I have some more of the colors and the background actually goes pretty quickly, I can make a big chunk, get a big chunk done. I probably put in 2,000 stitches this week on this. And so I know that it will only, yes, it's going to take me a while, but I don't think it's going to take as long as I first anticipated when I started it. I just need it to come up on my wheel. So that is Mario Map. This is some kind of 18 count Aida that I had in my stash. It kind of looks like an antique white. It's the same color as that Monaco. And I really thought that this color would go well because it's going to be, because of the background color, being kind of that tan. It's 3820 and 3855 if you're familiar with those colors. There's the Water World is one of the, there's a couple Water Worlds, and I thought maybe a light blue color would go well with those if I ever do another one, because I think there's 8 patterns, maybe 10 patterns in the set you buy as a set. And the blue Aida would make a really good background, so that way if any is showing, if your stitches get a little thin or something, or if one of them gets twisted and the background shows, it would be blue and it wouldn't be as horrible as if you were stitching on white. So that was my philosophy. I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else, but we'll see if I ever stitch another one. That will take me probably 2 years, depending on how many times it comes up on the wheel. If I can get my whip count down and keep it down, if I don't do something crazy like March Madness or Stitch Mania or, you know, something crazy, and I can get my whip count down, then it's going to come up on my whip wheel more often. That would make sense, right? So the more often that I can work on it, the more often I can get 2,000 stitches in. So really, if I can get 2,000 stitches in, I only need to work on it 17 times. So that's fun. Okay, and then I told you my plans for April was to work on the crochet blanket every day. I worked on it Saturday through Thursday of this last week, so a few days, and I'll show you where I got. This one I had to throw on the floor. I do have one more cross stitch whip, but I'll show you that after this. So I was just finishing, I don't know where I left off. Okay, so this orange marker, I had that much green to finish. From here to here, I had to finish that much green. And then I finished that, and then I added the gray, and I don't know where I left off on the gray. Over here on this corner, it's almost, it's about halfway around, and I ran out. But then I thought, you know what? I think you have some more left over from ball 1. And I think this is just going to be enough. Because let's see, I have 1. Ooh, I only have 1.5 sides of the square to do. This will be plenty. And then I have to add on the second ball of green. And so I think that if I work on this afternoon, and then I work on it every morning, Monday through Friday, I should get it done. If not, I'll get it done Saturday morning. And then I can let her know that it's ready. I'm debating on whether or not I should wash it or leave that to her. We'll see. It just depends on when she needs to come pick it up, because we don't live in the same town, so it just depends on when she's coming through. If she's coming through sooner rather than later, then I'm going to have to leave that to her to wash it up so that way she can get it home. So it's pretty large so far. It's going to get a couple more inches on it. But I am really excited to have this, you know, just about 3/4 of the way done, because there's 2 balls of each color. So I'll set that over there. Okay, and then we have my Lady of the Flag. Oh, sorry about that. I ended up leaving it way over there. Okay, so this month in the traveling the USA, I lost one of the legs to my my frame. The Traveling the USA Challenge in the Michigan Cross Stitch Group, I need to go 425 miles to get to Madison, Wisconsin. So that was about 104 miles a weekend. I did not stitch on it last weekend because of my headache, but I stitched on it this morning, and I got 273 stitches this morning. So that means I only have 152 more to go. I think if I finish the blanket on Saturday, I'll go ahead and knock this out on Saturday, and I'll be done for the month. That means I can get working on other whips and make some progress on some of those too. I'm just having a really hard time deciding on what I want to stitch on, so I might have to use the wheel. So here we go. So here is Lady of the Flag, my progress so far. So this morning I worked on this white box and then this red box. And believe it or not, that is 200, and then this dark color over, there's a dark color over here. That's 273 stitches. So there are a lot of stitches in this lady. But I'm super excited that I'm almost done with the challenge. And the challenge is just enough to keep me motivated to stitch on it. I am using 30 count We the People linen from the Primitive Hare, but I got it from my local needle workshop. They should be able to order it for you. I am doing a teal conversion because my daughter wanted it to look more like the Statue of Liberty personified. So someone had already done it and they shared their conversion, so I have that. So other than that, all of the colors are the same from the pattern. Okay, so actually I do have one more thing. On the opposite side of my false start on here. I started another pattern just a little while ago. I don't know how well you can see this. It's from Susan Greening Davis. She's here in Michigan. She's a needlework teacher. And this was a kit that I got when I went to a stitch day last fall. And I said, to myself, you know what, self, you can stitch that up really quickly and share the pattern and the extra materials. So here is where I am already. I have hot cocoa and apple cider done. I'm about halfway through with pumpkins, then just need to stitch hay rides. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but that's kind of neat. I should be able to frame this up somehow, mount it up and put it on my desk at work. I'm looking for little things to decorate my space because it's kind of not pretty. But when I get this done, which should be in about a half an hour, I probably only have a half an hour to work on this and I'll be done. I want to pass along the extra floss because there'll be plenty for at least 2 people to stitch this. So you'll get the pattern. It's on the other side of this cardstock. You will actually get the, if you don't want it, you can stitch on something else. But this is the fabric that she gave to stitch it on. I don't know if there's a right side or a wrong side, but this is what she gave to stitch it on. It's what the cover photo was stitched on. And the finishing, this is the orange tape. And then there's a green twill tape for a bow, and then a little plastic acorn. So you will get the pattern, the extra floss, the fabric, and the finishing supplies. If you want this, go ahead and comment below pumpkin. And then that way I know that you're not just chatting with me, which is always great, but I'll know that you actually want the pattern or the kit basically. So you'll get everything that I got except for the finishing board. I'm going to keep that because I think I have something to go on it. So if you want this, go ahead and say pumpkin in the comment section below. You have to be 18 or over so that way I can legally collect your address. And at this time, just for U.S. citizen or U.S. addresses, so that way I don't have to ship it overseas or internationally, because right now the shipping costs for that are just out of my budget. I don't make anything off this channel and I'm completely okay with that, but I don't have a very big budget to work with. So I hope that you understand that. I have no purchases this week. And I think that's all I have to share. So plans. I'm going to continue working on the crochet blanket. I'm going to finish this quick stitch by Susan Greening Davis. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to finish my stitches for the challenge on Lady of the Flag. And we'll see where else things take me. So you'll definitely want to come back next week when I post my next video, because there may be surprises for all of us. So in the meantime, I hope that you get some craft time in. I hope that you were inspired and saw something to either get you going on something you currently have, or maybe to even try something new. But until next Sunday, bye.